Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. It is lap guide for round 8 of the GR Supra GT Cup. Let's get this started. Start to brake shortly after passing the 100-meter mark. If that sign is knocked down, you can start to brake as soon as you're passing the last 2 pit boxes that is on your left. This turn, you want to be very gradual with your braking and your accelerating. Start to accelerate as soon as you hit the apex, and you can run a tiny bit wide to touch the grass, but you don't want to be on it too much so that way it won't affect how much your car is accelerating. For this turn, you want to brake before the 100-meter mark. You can also brake well before you pass the path that is on your left. You can release the brake just a tiny bit quickly to try to get the car to rotate a bit more through this turn and gradually accelerate your way out again. As soon as the wall on the right starts to open up, you want to start to turn. Then once you're about to hit the apex, release the throttle for just a moment. Then you can go full throttle, but then brake almost immediately after. This is to give you just enough space to be able to make it through this next turn. Try to go nice and tight along the left side of the wall and gradually accelerate your way out. As you go full throttle through this turn, you can use this happy little tree on your left as your turning point. Go nice and wide through this turn, and then once you start going through this turn, you want to ease off on the throttle and gradually start to accelerate once you pass the apex. This is so you won't end up hitting the wall and you can get a very nice clean turn. You'll be doing the same exact thing for this turn, except you'll be releasing the throttle all the way for a very tiny fraction of a second. Slowly start to accelerate your way through again, and once you pass the end of the curb that is on your left, you can start to fully accelerate. Get your car to the left side of the track and get your car pointing to the apex that is on the right side of the track and start to brake right here. This is especially important because if you brake too late, you really risk going out of control. As you have to go through this little part of the turn, you can ease off the brake a little bit and make sure you get your car lined up for the next turn. So then you want to brake some more again right about here. And this turn is a little sharper, so you can ease off the brake a little faster so you can get the car to rotate. Go at half throttle for a very brief moment, then do a little more braking and turn as soon as you can. Take advantage of the dip that is upcoming right now. Right here that is, so that way you can get your car to rotate even more, have it face away from the right wall and hitting towards the apex. You can then go through this turn at full throttle. As you start to turn right, you want to use a tiny bit of braking to help get your car adjusted. Then you can use a tiny bit of throttle for a short period of time to help maintain speed and get your car to the right side of the track as soon as you can, because after this very short period of time of using the throttle, you'll start to brake and you're going downhill, so you want to brake for a slightly longer time. Go a bit more towards the right side of the track as you enter this turn, because this turn goes a bit sharply and it's a bit of a long turn, and gradually accelerate your way out. Start to brake when you're at the 200-meter mark. You're going very fast through here, so you want to give yourself enough space to make it through this turn. As you're starting to turn, you want to slowly lift off the brake and then slowly start to accelerate. You don't want to get your car to slide because that'll cost you time and it can mess you up with this next turn. Start to brake when your car is lined up with the 100-meter mark. In case that sign is knocked out, you can start to brake just before the pit lane splits up from the main track. Again, for this last turn, you want to gradually lift off the brake and gradually start to accelerate. And that's all for the guide. Hope you found it useful. This is Mr. MCA, the world's most okay player. Good luck around 8, and I'll see you in the next video.